Hello, my name is Chris and welcome, and this is Chris's Country Kitchen, and today we are going to make lemon coffee cake. And this was a friend of mine, Maddie, that I knew from Bible study, so I'm going to honor her by making this today, and this is a wonderful recipe. And the first thing you want to do is get your mixer ready and have a half a cup or 1 stick of softened butter and put that into your mixing bowl. And then you want to take 1 cup of sugar and add that, and then also 2 eggs. You're going to put those in, and you want to then mix this up, right? Then mix that up, turn that on and get it mixed a little bit. And since the butter is softened, it will help to mix that up a lot faster. Okay, and then you want to take 8 ounces or 1 cup of sour cream and add to the mixture. So I'm going to add that in. This is really a wonderful lemony coffee cake, and I know several people that have made this have always gotten rave reviews and lots of requests to make it again. So like that, and then you want to get 1 teaspoon of vanilla and put that in also. Okay, that's 1 teaspoon, and you want to mix this up. Again, just a couple seconds, doesn't take long. And then you want to put your dry ingredients in, and that calls for 2 cups of flour. So I'll just add that, and 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then you just mix this up. And as soon as it is mixed, then you're going to divide this and put this in a 9 by 13, and I use a glass dish that has been greased and floured. So there's the cake mix ready to go. And I have used a 4-ounce, I'll show you in a second, lemon pie filling that I have made up earlier and let it cool, because that's what's going to go in the middle of this coffee cake. And then you're also going to make up crumbs to put on the top on the very end. And like I said, this is just a wonderful, wonderful recipe. So, you know me, I got to get everything off the beater. So, anyway, this is fairly simple to make. Now, you could also put this in 2 9-inch round dishes, baking pans, if you'd like, instead of the 9 by 13. But I'm going to do the 9 by 13 today. So this is what the dough, I'm going to use that. And then I was going to show you, here's my lemon pie filling already made up and cooled. And I use this package of the Durkee, or you could use another brand. And I noticed that it's a lesser amount, but you could still use it if you don't find the 4-ounce. And that's a 2.9 ounce. So what you do now, since the pan is already greased and floured, you want to make sure that you put half of this batter in the bottom. Like I said, sometimes you just want to glob it at one end and the other so you can spread it evenly, because you don't want to use too much at the bottom and then not have enough at the top. So you just want to keep that spread evenly. And then I just take my same spatula, because you're gonna it all goes in the same. So I just take that, and now you want to add half of the mixture of the lemon and spread that on top. So, and it should be cooled so that when you bake it, it's not going to, make your dough cook before you put it in the oven. So anyway, put that all in there. And this is plenty of lemon, believe me, it's enough lemon. So if you use the smaller box, maybe it'd be okay, but sometimes I like a little extra. Okay, so that looks really good. And then you go back and you finish it with the rest of the cake mix, and then we'll make the crumbs, and we'll have our cake ready to be put in a 350 oven for 45 minutes. So good recipe to give away. Okay, so get the rest of this cake dough. Now, this is always the tricky part. You want to just glob a little bit each section of the cake. Like I'll put probably 6 globs, maybe more, to even this out, because you don't want to bring your lemon pie filling up through as you're making this. So it just takes a little bit of practice if you've not done those kind of things where you have to spread a top layer on something. It is something that you learn over time, get lots of practice. And believe me, I've had lots of failures too. And I always say, well, I guess I won't do it that way next time. And you just don't give up, keep trying, you know. It's always something you have to learn as you're cooking and baking. There's always better ways, better methods, and sometimes you just learn by talking to people. So anyway, let's get this spread around. And okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a knife here. Spatula is just not cutting it right. Thank you, assistant. It wasn't for my wonderful friend that helps me, Paula. I don't know, sometimes this would not be the success sometimes. I can say that she's really my other half and helps me a great deal, so I really appreciate her. So anyway, that's what it looks like when you get done, and some of the topping comes through. That's okay, you know, because it's going to bake with this crumb topping. So I have half a cup of sugar. I'm going to put that in my bowl here. Half a cup of flour, and it also calls for half a cup of chopped nuts, but I don't put nuts in mine, so that's okay. And a 1/4 cup of, now this is cold, because I want to make this into crumbs, and if it was soft you couldn't use this to make your crumbs as well. So you want to take and just take this pastry cutter and make your crumbs and get this all done. Chunks, and I'll take care of that, but we just want to get this all off and get our crumbs on top. So anyway, it's just easy as it is. Like I said, now if you would do 2 9-inch, then you would have to divide that dough into 4 separate things, and the lemon pudding would be divided in half instead of putting it all on like I did on the 9x13. So then here's the crumbs. Take your hand here, mix them up, even if you have to, a little better with your fingers, and then you just put it all over the top of this. But easy, and if you like lemon, this is really a good recipe. Okay, there we go. Put it all around the edges and that. Okay, very good. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're ready to put into the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. So as I was making this, the verse that came to mind was Ephesians 3, verses 16 through 19, talking about filling with the lemon filling. This just, I felt, fit really well. So it's verse 16 of Ephesians 3. That he would grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might through his Spirit in the inner man. That Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the width and the length and the depth and the height, to know the love of Christ, which passes knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. So being filled with the fullness of God is a good thing, and God so desires us to know his love and how it can't be measured. God's love is so wonderful and awesome, and I hope you know that today. So if you like this, I hope you'll tell your friends, and if you would, please subscribe and you'll catch some of my other videos. So thank you very much for watching this, and God bless you very much for watching this. Thank you.